Leo loved the thrill of speed. At 21, the highway was his personal racetrack, where he could feel truly alive. The wind rushing past his car windows, the engine roaring beneath him, it was pure excitement. Despite the growing pile of speeding tickets on his desk and his mother's constant worrying, he couldn't resist pushing the accelerator whenever he hit the open road. "Leo, please slow down," his mother would plead during their conversations. "One day something terrible might happen." "Don't worry, Mom. I'm a good driver," Leo would always respond with a confident smile. "I know what I'm doing." But deep down he knew she had a point. He just couldn't help himself. The rush was too addictive. During the Lunar New Year holiday, Leo spent time with his favorite cousin, Jenny. At 22, she was just a year older than him, and they had always been close. They sat in her parents' living room, sharing stories and laughing about old times. "You're still racing around like a maniac?" Jenny teased him that day. "Some things never change." "Hey, at least I haven't crashed yet," Leo joked back. "We should go for a drive sometime. I'll show you how good I've gotten." Jenny shook her head with a smile. "Maybe when you learn to drive like a normal person." That was the last conversation they would ever have. A week later, Leo's phone rang early in the morning. It was his mother, her voice shaking as she delivered the unthinkable news. Jenny had passed away. The flu virus she had caught had developed into severe pneumonia, and despite the doctor's best efforts, her body couldn't fight it off. She was gone at just 22 years old. Leo sat in his room for hours, tears streaming down his face as memories of Jenny flooded his mind. Their childhood adventures, their shared secrets, their plans for the future. All of it now existed only in the past. How could someone so young, so full of life, be gone so suddenly? That evening, Leo drove to his favorite stretch of highway. But this time, instead of rushing to his usual spot in the fast lane, he stayed in the middle, matching the speed of the cars around him. His hands trembled on the steering wheel as Jenny's face appeared in his thoughts. "Life is so fragile," he whispered to himself. "We think we have all the time in the world, but we don't." For the first time, Leo truly understood what his mother had been trying to tell him. Every time he had raced down this highway, he hadn't just been risking a ticket, he had been risking everything. His whole future, all his dreams, his chance to live a full life like Jenny never would. That night, Leo made a promise to himself and to Jenny's memory. He would stop treating life like a game, stop gambling with the precious gift he had been given. The highway wasn't a racetrack, it was just a road, taking him where he needed to go. As he drove home at a steady legal speed, Leo felt a different kind of peace. The thrill of racing might have been gone, but something more important had taken its place. An appreciation for life itself in all its fragile beauty. "I get it now, Jenny," he said quietly. "I finally get it." 单字 pneumonia 肺炎 noun a serious illness in which one or both lungs become red and swollen and filled with liquid. Maniac 疯子 noun a person who behaves in an uncontrolled way, not worrying about risks or danger. Fragile 易碎的脆弱的 adjective a fragile object is easily damaged or broken.